Yo, you ever think about how some random dude with literally zero cash, zero connections, no rich family backing him up, just goes and builds $1 million business out of nowhere? Most people be like, nah, that's just luck, or bro, that only happens if you're already connected. But today I'm about to break down the exact playbook the biggest self-made entrepreneurs used. No funding, no connections, nothing. And by the time this video's over, you're gonna see why money was never actually the thing holding you back. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're talking about going from absolute zero to legit hero in the business world. This ain't a one country thing. This ain't a one culture thing. This formula works no matter where you're at, no matter your background, no matter what your bank account looks like right now. I'm gonna drop 4 solid formulas real. Entrepreneurs actually used to build empires from nothing. And by the end of this, you're gonna be like, yo, I can actually do this. So stick around, because formula number 3 is the one most people completely ignore. And it's honestly the most powerful one on this list. Let's start with formula 1. Turn your skill into your capital. Everybody thinks you need a fat bank account to start a business. They think you need investors' loans, some rich uncle who's gonna wire you 50 grand. But real talk, your first real investment is never money. It's your time and your skill set. Money is replaceable. You can always make more of it. But the way you think, the way you solve problems, the stuff you're actually good at, that's the one thing nobody can take from you. Take Airbnb, Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia. These dudes couldn't even afford rent in San Francisco. No big money. No investors lining up, nothing. So what did they do? Instead of complaining about it, they looked at their actual situation and asked, what do we have right now that somebody else might need? And the answer was extra floor space. So they threw an air mattress in their apartment and started letting people crash there for cash during a big conference in town when all the hotels were booked up. That's literally it. No fancy business plan, no pitch deck, just a mattress and a problem they noticed. Now it's a company worth billions, operating in almost every country on earth. They just used what they had. No crazy capital, just a problem-solving mindset and the guts to actually try something, instead of just thinking about it. And that's the real lesson here. Most people are sitting on some kind of skill or resource, right? Now that they're not using because they're waiting for the right moment or enough money to start. You don't need that. You need to look at what's already in your hands. Second formula, keep your idea yours but flex other people's resources. This one trips people up because they think building a business means owning everything. Your own factory, your own warehouse, your own office, your own staff. That's old school thinking. You don't gotta buy everything yourself anymore. Use platforms that already exist. Build partnerships with people who already have what you need. Team up with someone who's got the piece of the puzzle you're missing. This still works today, even more than before. Social media platforms let you reach millions of people without spending $1 on advertising. Dropshipping lets you sell products without ever holding inventory or renting a warehouse. Freelance marketplaces let you build a whole team without hiring a single full-time employee. All of that lets you test your idea, prove it works, and scale it without dropping big money up front. The internet basically handed regular people access to resources that used to be locked behind massive capital. The smartest entrepreneurs figured that out early, and they used it to leapfrog people who were still stuck thinking they needed a loan to get started. Third one, and this is the one nobody wants to hear, consistency will always beat capital. Period. Jeff Bezos started Amazon out of his garage. Not a fancy office, not a big team, a literal garage, with a few folding tables and some computers. Early years, there were no big investors lining up to throw money at him. No guarantee it was even going to work. People thought online bookstores were a joke, but he just kept showing up every single day, took small steps, made small improvements, scaled little by little, year after year. People love to romanticize overnight success. They see a company blow up and think it happened out of nowhere. But the truth is, every single big business you've ever heard of has years, sometimes a decade or more, of grinding behind it that nobody ever sees. Nobody posts about the boring Tuesday where you answered 40 emails and fixed one small bug. Nobody claps for the year where you barely broke even. But that boring, invisible consistency is literally the engine behind every empire. If you're not willing to show up on the days that don't feel exciting, you're never going to make it to the days that do. Fourth formula, and honestly the most important one on this whole list. Look around you, find a small problem people deal with every day and become the solution. You don't need to invent rocket science. You don't need some genius, world-changing idea. Small problems, solved consistently and reliably, turn into massive businesses. That's it. That's the secret nobody wants to admit because it sounds too simple. Look at Elon Musk, PayPal, Tesla, whatever company you want to point at. Same principle every single time. He looks at something that's broken or annoying or inefficient and asks, what's a better way to fix this? Online payments were clunky and slow, so PayPal fixed that. Gas cars were polluting and expensive to maintain, so Tesla pushed electric forward. That mindset right there, spotting a broken thing and building the fix, is the real formula behind almost every successful business you can think of, big or small. So let's recap real quick before we wrap this up. 1. Turn your skill into your capital, because your time and your ability to solve problems is worth more than you think. 2. Use other people's resources for your idea, because you don't need to own everything to build something big. 3. Make consistency your biggest weapon, because the boring, unglamorous grind is what actually separates the people who make it from the people who quit. And 4. Find problems around you and be the fix, because the best business ideas are usually hiding in plain sight, disguised as everyday annoyances. These 4 things, every self-made entrepreneur on the planet has these in common. No matter where they're from, no matter what industry they're in, no matter what year they started. It's not luck. It's not connections. It's a pattern, and now you know exactly what it is. So next time someone tells you, I don't have money so I can't start, remember, the biggest companies in the world started from literally nothing. A mattress on a floor, a garage with folding tables, a guy noticing one broken thing and deciding to fix it. That's how empires get built. If this video hit different for you, smash that like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me what business you're trying to start. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.